Hello everyone, Ron here from RJJ's Reactions, and I am back with Tamino. This is a viewer request for Elegy, and I have not heard this song before, but I did look up the lyrics because Tamino often has incredibly beautiful lyrics, like poetry, and I wanted to try to understand a little bit before we get into it, because then I'm going to be listening to his amazing voice and what he does with his voice, which I absolutely adore. I think he's an incredible vocalist. So let's have a look at the lyrics first. Elegy usually is a poem, or I guess in this case a song, lamenting someone's death. So let's see what we have here. Weightless as I can be, bearing the cloud in me, over a tainted sea, sailing the in-between, drawn by a wilder tide, wading through colder nights, weightless as I can be, bearing the cloud onwards. So far I'm not exactly sure, but weightless, bearing the cloud in me, like carrying dark thoughts or whatever, over a tainted sea, again, problems, a wilder tide, weightless as I can be, bearing the cloud onwards. One more elegy tomorrow, born, unborn, one by one. Fall on all we have wasted, call on love to reclaim us. Faded as sky can be, hailing the void in me, dwelling the embassy, bided to set them free. Born from a wilder tide, cradled in colder nights, fate takes a hold of me, hailing the void onwards. So maybe talking about his own death, or maybe just death in general. I'm getting the idea from born, unborn, and some of the ideas of sailing in between, for example, and being weightless. One more elegy tomorrow, born, unborn, one by one, fall on all we have wasted, call on love to reclaim us. So I'm not exactly sure, and I think you could probably draw a lot out of it, and different people will hear and see different things. We're going to hear it soon. It's just me reading the lyrics. It's going to sound a lot more beautiful when he does it with the music and with his amazing voice. But hailing the void in me, the sort of the emptiness in me, but also, I get the feeling almost of floating between the born and the unborn, bided to set them free. And then born from a wilder tide, up in the first stanza was drawn by a wilder tide, and now born from, so drawn into, born from, so this give and take, this back and forth, this in between, hailing the void onwards. And so, yeah, I think maybe it's just that movement of life and death, and the in between, and who were you before you were born, and who will you be after you die. And maybe for me, of course, and I don't have any religious beliefs, quite the opposite actually, but I think, the only thing I can say is that when we die, I suppose all of our atoms, all of our bits go back into the universe, and so in some sense you're reincarnated, but not in the traditional sense of reincarnation, but in some sense everything keeps going around and around. So the born and the unborn, and then call on love to reclaim us. Well, at least while we're alive and while we're associating with one another, that makes perfect sense to me too. Anyway, we'll see how Tamino presents this. It's going to be much more gorgeous than what I just did. In the description, I will put a link to my playlist for him. I've done a number of reactions to Tamino. Absolutely adore him. If you want to see them all in one place, that's the way to do it. Also, I'll put a link to his channel so you can go there and subscribe and like and comment and support the artist. I really do encourage you to do that. Also, in the description, there's a way to bump up your request and get it much, much quicker than on the regular list. It's just super long. Use one of the donation methods. Let me know what you want me to react to, of course, and you will get your reaction very quickly indeed. Don't forget to subscribe here. If you already have, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you to everyone who shared videos, liked videos, commented. I read everything you send, and I answer as many as I can. All right, let's have a listen to Tamino and Elegy. Nice. that intro.
Sailing the in-between, drawn by a wilder tide, wading through colder nights.
Gorgeous.
Weightless as I can be, bearing the cloud
Alright, I'll back up. I probably won't stop again until the end. As I say, I just love Tamino's voice, but I also love what he does with his voice. There is a difference. You can have a naturally gorgeous voice, which he does, but then some people don't quite know how to use it. But his phrasing and the way that he presents the music, it too is poetic. The lyrics are poetic, but the way he presents it is also poetic on top of the natural beauty of his voice. And I love the way that they were doing the guitar. You could hear the slide a couple times too, and just gorgeous instrumentation as well. Oops.
wading through colder nights, weightless as I can be, bearing the cloud onwards.
Higher register, like in Habibi a little bit.
Faded as sky can be, pale and the void in me, dwelling the embassy, bathed to set them free, born from a wild tide. Cradled in cold nights, fate takes hold of me, hell in the void, onwards.
Beautiful. Lovely. All right. Wow, I did love the sort of the crescendo of music and building and guitar and percussion, everything, and with Tamino's voice as well. But to be fair, I really love when they transition back to the quieter parts when uh, you could really hear Tamino's voice and but the instrumentation was beautiful all the way through. Um, and I'm sure there's a lot of meaning that I'm missing here. It's always hard going through the first time, even though I printed off the lyrics. So that helped me to read through them before we got into it. But like I say, the way he presented the lyrics is so fantastic. And I talked about the title of the album, Every Dawn's a Mountain, in the last reaction I did to Tamino's song, Raven, which was also incredible. You should check that out if you haven't already, either here or on Tamino's channel. I'll put a link in the description to his channel, of course. Um, but yes, and there's a lot of tie-ins in the different verses because in was it the first? No, the beginning of the 1, 2, 3, fourth is hailing the void in me, and then at the end of that same stanza it says hailing the void onwards. So I'm still just getting that sense. And when I talked about every dawn's a mountain, I talked just briefly about, and I don't know if that's what it's intended to mean or not, but every day when you wake up, there is a mountain to climb. There is, for many of us, anyways. Life is a challenge. Life is difficult, but so is death in a way, or at least the fear of death for many people. And I wonder if people really fear death. I think they really fear um, what comes before that rather than the actual thing, since probably you won't feel anything once it's finished. Anyway, I don't want to get too dark here. I think the lyrics are absolutely beautiful. Whatever the meaning you extract from them, you can let me know in the comments, of course, and you also let me know what you think of this song or Tamino in general. Um, and do you think love can reclaim us? I hope for humanity's sake that it can and can continue to move forward. Um, Check in the description for a link to my playlist for Tamino as well as a way to bump up your requests. Also, let me know what else you'd like me to react to. I'll put it on the regular list, but it's super long, so it will be a long wait. If you want it quick, check in the description. There's a way to speed that up, pump that up. Also, don't forget to subscribe here. If you have already, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Have a beautiful day. I hope today is not too much of a mountain for you, unless you're a mountain climber. I guess then it's fine. It is Ron from RJJ's Reactions. Keep listening. Keep having fun. Bye-bye for now.